Between the 2nd and the 4th of January 1942, the Imperial Japanese forces have come under constant bombardment by enemy air and sea attacks. The merchant invasion convoy, which we've been sending troops from Cochin to Singapore, has come under consistent attacks from the air and sea, causing numerous damage and taking numerous casualties of the crew of the ships in this convoy. The Imperial Japanese submarine I-121 was sent out on patrol and had previously dropped off an expedition force of 50 troops onto the base of Pontianak in hopes of understanding the level of defence at this point. The base consists of a level 2 airfield, which sadly, after a few days of fighting, has seen our 50 brave troops being completely nullified. This does, however, present the opportunity to land a larger force and hopefully take this base and its airfield intact, which will allow us more control and more aerial presence between Sumatra and Borneo. With I-121 having been sent further on to escort the convoy home, she received new orders to follow what we believe to be a spotter aircraft from the King George V battleship, which we know is in the area, to see if she could follow the course to find this elusive ship. While on patrol, 2 flights of enemy bombers spotted the submarine on the surface, and while she dived for cover, she took some damage. The nearby explosion has severely damaged her front torpedo room and part of the integrity of her inner hull. She has no choice but to abandon her patrol and head back to Cochin for repairs. Hi everyone, welcome back to War on the Sea. Here we are, 8 o'clock on the 4th of January 1942, and it doesn't make good reading. The good news is our invasion force is almost back to base. These guys are absolutely battered. Absolutely battered. Look at them, there's not much left. CH-13, however, is in good shape. She's the only one which is in good shape. So I think what we're probably going to do is actually put these in for repair, because look, they got 16 damage, 22 damage, 20 damage. They're just not going to be quick enough to be able to do much in their current stead. So yeah, we're going to fit those out for repair, and then we'll look to spend the points to try and get a new fleet ready to sail out once again. Over here we have I-121. As we saw previously, she got hit by that enemy air raid and she's got damage in the destroyed torpedo room and the front, so she is basically just limping home once again. So as these boys come back into port, let's see if we can release and repair these ships. Right, we know CH-13's okay, so let's release and repair those. Confirm that, and then we'll just get a quick status of where we are with them. Oh, so LS1, which is our little Daihatsu 14-meter escort with 2 machine guns, 10 days. 10 days. I should imagine you'd be able to build a brand new one in 10 days, but no. Number 31, PB patrol boat number 31 escort, 11 days. The Jinsu light cruiser, that's been in there for some time. That's got another 19 days before that's ready to come back out. The Keimoi Maru merchant, 9 days. The Osaka Maru merchant, 11 days. Another Osaka, it was another 12 days. And Turukini Maru merchants, these are the 2 troop transports, 8 days before they are released. All the command points are released from them. So we've got 81 points though. Let's see what we can do. What we need is some troop ships, which we know is these. How much they're 12. Okay, let's get 2 of those. It's going to be expensive, we know. What else have we got? Osaka Maru, Kamoi, Maru Merchant. I can't remember which ones. 14 knots, 14.5 knots, 18 knots for these Kukuryu Maru, and they're only 9. So what was the troop ship speed? Sorry, that was 16 knots. So if we keep things around the 15, 16 knots, here we go. Kamagawa Maru Merchant, that's 10, expensive, but they are quick. 9, and that's 18 knots. Let's get a couple of those then. What are we up to? 42. Let's get some destroyers. I think we were liking the looks of the Matsuki, wouldn't we? For 7, or the Fubuki for 9. Let's get. What's the difference between the two? So they got 4.7 inch guns. That's got 6 5-inch guns. Okay. Torpedoes. It's got 610mm 8th year type number 6. Number 18. So the Fubuki looking a little bit better. Same amount of depth charges. When it comes to anti-aircraft, I think there's possibly Fubuki has got more in the way of anti-aircraft. It's difficult to tell from those diagrams. And the Fubuki also has increased armor protection, not a lot though, mind. Sonar acoustics look pretty much the same, although slightly better for the passive sonar range from the Fubuki, and the visibility and radar are very similar. So yeah, the Fubuki looks the better of the, but it's an extra 2. So let's get a couple of Fubukis. It takes up to 60. How much was the heavy cruisers? They were about 28, weren't they? 26. So we won't be able to get a heavy cruiser, but maybe once we get the points back from our cargo ships, which have gone in for rest and repair, then we might be able to get a bit more. So maybe I'm going to get another. Do we have a look at the Kamikaze? What's the difference between the Kamikaze and the Fubuki and the Matsuki? Sorry. Matsuki's got more depth charges for 1. Kamikaze's a better. Okay, we'll get a couple of Kamikazes as well. And that's 74, and I think we'll spend that there and be done with it, I think. Good. Right, now if we can get Task Force 8, no, where's that? Invasion Force, there we go. Right, let's get you, or should we get these? Task Force 8, should we get all these to merge with the Invasion Force? There we go. So CH-13 is now on board. How are we looking? So at the front we've got CH-13. Okay, fine. We've got destroyers at 2 and 3. No, we don't want that really. And we got 4 and 5 also. So we got 8. We want to probably have the U at 8. Let's swap positions. So we got 3 and 6, 7, 9. 9 I will 9 I will swap with 4. So we got 3 and 4. There are the 2 troop ships and the 2 cargo ships. We've got at 6 and 7. We probably want actually U and 5 to swap over. So we've got 6, 7 is now that, which again we probably want to swap for maybe 8. Swap them over. Okay, that'll probably do. Good. Right, with that done, let's manage some cargo and load up with troops. Oh, hang on, let's try that again. Manage some cargo. Load up the troops. Supplies on that one. Supplies on. Okay, troops on that one. Actually, let's get troops then on the two big ones. We get supplies on there. Supplies on there on the two destroyers. So we get more troops on there. Troops on there. Troops on there. Good. Right, so the new invasion force is mostly destroyers. We'll take the advice and the lead from what they started to do. And 154 miles. Let's go in. Meantime, at 6 AM on the 5th of January 1942, just as our ships were about to sail out, I-121 has returned to base. Let's get her back in for repair. What are they going to say for I-121? 11 days. Oh my goodness me. That's expensive, isn't it? Okay. Good news is, as the aircraft are about to leave for their patrols, they're almost in range of their destination. And at 10 AM, we've got our Helens diving. You can see the enemy aircraft over there. Blenheims, more fighter Blenheims, or 8 of them by the looks of it. We are diving and running once again. See if we can outrun these boys. If we get nothing of a head start, then we can. The Blenheim's not a slow aircraft, but nor are these Helens, to be honest. But they might be able to gain some top speed with that dive. Hopefully we've got enough to evade them. Okay, they are closing in. They are really closing in. However, they may run out of time. We can disengage in 15 seconds, and by goodness we will do. Hopefully they don't have time to open up. Closing in on us though. But, for this time, no avail. We're successfully able to evade that attack. And at 11:12 on the 5th, our task force has made it. Let's unload all cargo. There we go. Dump 5,000 troops with only 300 supplies mined, but that is almost half the force defending it as well. So let's quickly get these boys setting course back to Kirchin. As I say, we probably need to get some supplies from over here. We've got 3,400 supplies, but we're kind of limited in what we can do at the moment. At 5 to 5 that day, we've got enemy aircraft coming in on this invasion force as it heads back to Kirchin. As you can see, the troop ships and everyone's making smoke, but this time we've got more firepower as well. Plus, we're not on our own. We also have Oscars patrolling in the area. However, the Oscars are some distance away, so we will have to rely on the anti-aircraft guns and the defensive evasive manoeuvres and the smoke that we're assisting with. And here they are, Curtis Wright 21s by the looks of it. So we've got more anti-aircraft fire this time. How will they fare against these all these destroyers? Well, one's down. Oh, don't crash into my ship. Oh. They're kamikaze in. That's not on. They haven't read the brief. Meantime, another flight. This time they've got some hits on that one. Oh, one of our ships already burning. Okay, we're checking the damage. Not too bad, really. Everything seems to be under control. We've got the fires going on here, unfortunately. This is the one that was straight badly. Took some damage. Hopefully all the fires are spreading. Come on, let's get these fires out. I can't afford to lose a ship straight away. Where are those Oscars? Oh, the Oscars are coming in as this is the ships have cleared out. Oh, sorry, the aircraft have cleared out. The good news is we managed to put the fires out. bit of flooding now and a bit of minor repairs to the hull, but hopefully we'll be able to recover this pretty well, and it'll only have well, minor, moderate damage perhaps, but we'll get her going. And a little bit of flooding as well, but hopefully we can get that pretty much resolved. Confirmation then, we are able to pretty much fully repair that ship. It does look actually fully repaired, which is fantastic. Our 4 Oscars were slightly too far away, so could not engage. We're attacked by 8 Curtiss Wright 21s, I think they were, and we managed to shoot down 1. Slightly better than our previous attempts. Meanwhile, at 6:20 on the 6th of January 1942, our group has made it back to Cochin. So let's have a quick check on how things are doing. Over in Singapore, the troops are still fighting hard. 4,671 with 2,000 supplies. Down here, just under 5,000 troops with only 75 supplies. Unfortunately, what we should be able to do is sail around Malaya this way and go into the port. We can't. We'd have to run the gauntlet through all the past all the Allied air bases, which is going to be suicide. So we don't really want to do that. But we don't have any supplies in Cochin, which is a real blight. So what I'm going to do, against logic, is just load up more troops and just overload this place with troops. And basically we'll just have to go in hand to hand if we don't have the ammo required. And we'll try and win just by sheer numbers. So let's have a look on this one and manage cargo. Let's get more troops, more troops, more troops, 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 and troops. And we'll set course once again down here, and hopefully we can get more boots than the enemy and just overwhelm them with sheer numbers. Right, here they are. Let us dump the troops on shore. Fantastic, and we will set them charging once again back to home base. This time we'll go back to Singapore, I fancy, but there we go. Pontianak, sorry, we got 10,000 troops there, no supplies, but hopefully they can just overwhelm the defences and see how that goes. And at 12 minutes past midday, our Nell bombers, who have been sent up, have spotted something. Now, one of our Helens spotted what looked to be a transport convoy moving along the Sumatra coast, so we sent the Nells up to go and torpedo. They found someone else. They found our old buddy, the Battleship. Oh, hello. I think that's him anyway. Right, let's go down low and set up an attack run. Okay, now's the time. Our boys are bravely flying in low level in atrocious conditions. Looking at their support, they've got, that looks like a cruiser. And some destroyers. Is that a cruiser or is that a destroyer? I can't quite tell. But there she is. She's still looking low at the front, isn't she? Is she taking? Still got a bit of flooding, perhaps. But anyway, here come the first wave of bombers. All 3 and the further 3 behind. Hopefully we can get a good release. Taking some damage. Torpedoes away. Second wave. The first wave have lost a first bomber, but the torpedoes look to be on target. Torpedoes away from the second wave. Another aircraft shot down. Good hit. 2 hits. A couple of good hits into the side of her then. Another hit. Another hit. Any more? Right, that is multiple torpedo hits. She definitely looks lower. She's sitting lower in the water. Have we got her? Have we got her? Although her repair crews are almost legendary about getting her. But there's water going over the deck now. Is she too far gone? Ooh, she's really The bow is really dipping below the waves. Go on. She's taking on a lot of water. Go on. Go on. Yes, go on. Fires still breaking out. She hasn't put those on, so there's fires and flooding. This may stretch her repair crews too far. Come on, we need a bit of good luck. We've had an absolute mauling of late. Oh, the bow! Oh, she's coming up. I thought she was just going to plough straight under then, like a submarine diving. She's struggling big time. Now I've got a group of Nell bombers at the other base as well, which may be in range. If this doesn't sink, then I will bring all the Helen bombers together as well and try and do some flat block bombing of her. It seems to be not quite so bad. The bow is now above the waves. The fires are out. Guns are operational. So at the end of that action, of our 6 aircraft, 4 were shot down. We managed to get multiple torpedoes into King George V battleship. Critical damage, heavy flooding, but she's still afloat. Right, where is she? So she's here. So this is where they were going to raid, but obviously those guys can now start heading back to base. Now, what we want to know is, what is the range from here? Do 710. Or we can make it. We can make it. Right, let's get those torpedo bombers in the air. And maybe... what have we got here? 4 Helens. Let's get... what have we got? 2 500k armor-piercing bombs. Load them up and set course for here as well. These Nells, let's get them to return to base. They've done their bit. So we know they're headed, but they're probably heading back to... is this a level... no, they probably need to head back to a level 3 port. That's where they can get some repairs done. Now, obviously they're going to be moving, but with critical damage and heavy flooding, she shouldn't be able to move too far. Now, these Helens have come in to some stick from another group of probably Blenheims by the looks of things. Meantime, the Nells are here with only 1 nautical mile. We might as well return them to base because there's no chance of them spotting anything. And the weekly run has ticked over and given us another 26 command points, I believe. And we've got some supplies finally. Well, our ship's already set sail. Hopefully we should get some more. The Nells are back in there. The Helens will be back soon. So we can potentially purchase our heavy cruiser now. Do you know what? I might do that. Let's purchase a heavy cruiser and see if they can catch up. Maybe they can pound the base here. We've got the possibility of buying the Takao heavy class cruiser, the Mogami and the Tone class. Ordnance wise, the Takao has 10 8-inch guns, the Tone only has 8, the Mogami has 10 as well. Secondary guns, all similar. Torpedoes, all similar. Depth charges, oh okay, the Takao is the only one with anti-submarine capability. It looks pretty handy actually. Sensor wise, it's pretty good. Sonar and acoustics, again, pretty good. Yeah, I think that's going to be the one. The cow is going to be the one. Let's get you purchased. 27, maybe a... do we want to get another ship with you? Hang on a second, let's just get that done. How many ships we got in there? Okay, just one, so this is the cow. Let's get you going full steam ahead and try and catch them up, and we'll merge them in so she can be the head of that group. And at almost 6 PM on the 8th of January, heavy cruiser has caught up with the rest of the group and is now in formation. We've got an enemy air raid coming in. We're making smoke, making evasive action, and can't see anything already. Hopefully we'll be able to down whatever's coming in. First off, it looks like a group of Bristol Blenheim fighters coming in. Can't make out what's behind them. Could be more of the same. Looks like they're coming in for a strafe run. Knowing we can put up a little bit more anti-aircraft fires hopefully gives us a bit more of a chance. But we know attacking Singapore is always going to cause casualties. Another Blenheim out there. Yeah, so far we've been quite fortunate with the stormy weather. We managed to get out without too much interference. Now we've got one of our ships on fire. Coming in for the troop ships and the... Oh yes. Oh my god, that troop ship is well and truly alive. 303, I just can't believe why it's so explosive. Okay, fire crews are desperately trying to save those two ships. Unfortunately one of them's got fire in the magazine, which we've got the crews on now, but... Hail of anti-aircraft, that must be the cruiser. We haven't been able to hit a single aircraft yet. Okay, oh god, they got fires breaking out everywhere. It's going to be a while before they get completed. But we may lose this one. The fire is spreading so quickly, the two recovery crews are being slightly overwhelmed. Well, thankfully we were able to get out of there before those ships actually sunk. But as you can see, the Congo Maru, heavy damage, moderate flooding, and the Kukuryu Maru, can't get my tongue around that, moderate damage and minor flooding. A little bit of minor damage on these from the strafing earlier. We did actually manage to shoot down 2 Blenheims, so that's something, but yeah, we've pretty much almost lost those 2 ships. But at just before 8 PM on the 8th of January, these ships are almost in position. Can they unload from that range? No, they need to go another 6 nautical miles, if they'll allow me. Right, let's go another 6 nautical miles, by which time, who knows what could happen. Right, unload all cargo. Boom. Cargo unloaded. We've now got we've got over half the number of troops there now, which is good. Only 1,400 supplies though, not so good. So let's get these heading back home quick as we can, which is not terribly quick with the damage we've sustained. Looking over here, Pontiac as well, 10,265 troops, again over 50%, no supplies, so they are just living off the land at the moment and fighting with whatever they can get their hands on. Not good situation, but they are putting in a good shift. And at 7:15 in the morning on the 9th of January, we've spotted what we could believe. They've got 2 ships. They've seen a destroyer and a destroyer escort. Now I'm going to place a chance that could be the battleship, but not seen yet. Let's get those torpedoes, bombers loaded and sent over there. I will also get these torpedo bombers from this airbase up and sent over here. Okay, if there isn't them and we don't need them, then fair enough, but let's get them in the air to begin with and see what we're dealing with. Okay, we've got to do a tight patrol around here to see if we can find it. We don't seem to be able to, which I'm finding very suspicious now. Did we not see it at all? The Nels are now out. I'll get the Nels to sail down here. Ah, there they are. Good. Okay, we found it once again. Right, Nels. Head to the location. You're at the location. Where is these Nels are coming down here, so they're heading further south. That's good. 5 ships now. Okay, I think this might be the battleship. Let's take a look. Right, good news. The Nels are in this combat zone with the Helen. So if we spot them, we can send one group of Nels in. Ship spotted. And that looks like a destroyer. And that looks like a little destroyer. Oh, is that all it is? 2 little escort ships, by the looks of things. Okay, we're going to take a closer look. Okay, they are little escort destroyers, corvettes really, nothing much more. Probably doing anti-submarine patrols around the area. We've got the bombers coming in. We might have a little pop at them. It's one less target we don't really need to waste the ammo on, but why not? Okay, so those 2 groups of aircraft head back. We do have more Nels coming this way, but we'll continue to get them over here just in case. You never know, we may spot something in the meantime. Looks like some fighters have intercepted one of our Helens who are on patrol. And at almost 20 to 4 on the 10th of January 1942, our ships are back in Kerchin. Here we got these bit of damage on these troop ships, and these merchant ships. Everyone else seems to be okay. We're going to do another raid. We're going to do another run. We're going to do another run. We have to, really. We do have supplies this time, so let's get some. Should we get some supplies down to here? I think we get some supplies down to these boys. So let's get 110 supplies there. Oh, the cruiser can't take anything. Sorry, I was just sort of staring at what is that supposed to be. Okay, let's get some troops. Troops. Supplies. Troops. 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 And troops. One more lot of troops. And that's good. Right. We'll get these supplies down here then. And see if we can get as far as we can under the cover of darkness. There's only a few hours until the aircraft come up, so we're not going to get too far. 20 past 3 on the 10th, we've got more enemy fighters. This time they're actually here. We've got fighters descending on us, and what's more, I think there's even more over there. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get out this one. We don't have the speed to outrun these boys. But you never know. Oh my god, look, there's millions of them. Yeah, no, okay. This Helen doesn't have much of a chance. Look at those fighters. Good god. That's more than I got in my entire arsenal. Yeah, we're not going to outrun them. Let's give that a bit of a tight turn. Go on, gunners. Earn your breakfast. Okay, we managed to shake one off. Next one. There you go. Looping back rounds. Skimming the water, 2 evaded. For the moment. My god, look at them, there's millions. Buffaloes, thousands of them. Right, he's coming in, ready to fire. Let's turn sharp. Oh, we probably left that a little bit late. Can we outturn him? Oh, we survived. We are smoking though, right. Tank the opposite way when we got 3 or 4, 5 of them. That's probably going to slow us down a bit, which is not good. Don't let you get these guns on us. Turn in tight. One's been defeated. Oh, and got smoking as well. Oh, but that was all. Was he the one from the front? Well, that was the brave showing. Look at this. My goodness me. Confirmation, we lost our aircraft. 14 enemy fighters sent up to shoot us down. Crikey Moses. And as 6 PM rolls by, our fleet is now back down here at Pontiac. And I think we might be close enough to unload our troops and everything there. Good, so we are now in the ascendancy with the more troops and, well, a handful of supplies, nothing more to be honest. Right, our fleet head back up to Kirchin. I would love to send it over there, but that's going to be suicide. Our troops over in Singapore got just under 9,000. That's going to be the next run. Their supplies are dwindling as well. What we forgot to do is do a bombardment to try and destroy some of the infrastructure there. I'm not going to do it there because we're in the ascendancies. So, what I thought was going to be the Covenant of Darkness, usually aircraft can't take off after 6, but these must have been already airborne. Our fleet should be able to get out of the zone of the enemy defense and head back into friendly waters under the cover of darkness, which would be great. So, as we approach 10 AM on the 11th of January 1942, our invasion force is almost back to Kirchin base to restock with troops and no supplies available. So at Pontiac we have 14,500 troops with 400 supplies, and they look like they are quickly going to be able to seize and take control of this area, and that will grant us another airfield in quite a handy location, which should be nice. Over in Singapore, the just under 9,000 troops now, with again handful of supplies, are about 50-50, so we do need to drop another couple of thousand troops into Singapore to see if they can swing the numbers in our favour. Thankfully, nothing much happening over here. It's all quiet. We've got 8 command points. I quite like the look of... Oh no, not that one, sorry. Where was the... this 44 though. This kind of all-in-one ship. Transport. It's got armaments, 6 small 3.9-inch guns, but it's got 12 medium Jake bombers with floats. But you know, it's still an interesting looking concept. We got these Nates doing some short distance reconnaissance around this area. Thankfully, nothing much is happening because we're kind of concentrating all our attention here around Singapore and the waters between Borneo and Sumatra. So yes, we will continue this next time. Hopefully we will secure this base and this airfield, and then we can switch all our attention over to Singapore. Over here, this is probably another base, Palembang, which we could probably head over there and hit with the heavy cruiser to try and knock out the airfields. That would then severely limit the number of aircraft they could send against our ships. Again, they've got Batavia down here. They've got a very strong presence with the level 3 port and airfield, so that could be our next target. I think if we can capture this, continue to fight for Singapore, and then maybe try and bombard Palembang, and then maybe eventually take it over, get this red corner going, we can then try and secure Borneo, so we can then bring supplies in from this base as well. And then where do we concentrate? Do we go through Java? Possibly. They got some good bases. Wow, they got some really good bases around Java. Java's going to be a challenge. Over here, is it Celebes or Celebes? Who knows? Put your pronunciations in the comments. Yeah, a couple of bases, and oh, didn't spot this one up here. That's a good base, so right there. So yeah, it's going to be a real challenge going forward. But yeah, we're just taking the punches, but we're still standing at the moment, just about, and we're about to hopefully do a counter attack here and take a chunk out of the enemy. Disappointed we weren't able to finish off the battleship today. We got plenty of torpedoes into that. I don't know how many torpedoes in total we've managed to put into it, but I suspect she's probably gone. Well, no, it's only day 17. I can't believe she went back for repairs, because she wouldn't have been ready in time or completed in time. So yeah, she's probably limping around the Java Sea somewhere. If we can spot her, we will do what we can to try and finish her off for good and put that threat out of action. But for now, we'll continue on and see if we get some more troops into Singapore. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.